Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Thursday Thunder here at Horizon Hobby. We've got a couple things coming up, but first off, we have Derek from Spectrum here with a very exciting new addition to really the whole Spectrum portfolio, I think is a good way to say it.
Right, so this is going to be a very different type of announcement. You see a lot of things on the table here, so it's not like Spectrum to announce batteries and chargers, but let me tell you why that is. So this is really the first line of products that we're announcing with our smart technology. So what that smart technology is it really stands for a more simple, connected, more intuitive type of RC product. And the reason these fit into that is because these batteries and chargers are extremely, extremely smart, no pun intended. The batteries have a microchip in them that actually stores a lot of really cool information that makes charging easier than ever before. And really takes a lot of the headache out of doing the math to figure out how fast should I charge this battery, what's an appropriate charge rate, setting the right setting, balance and everything. So what makes that possible is the new connector that we came up with. It's called the IC3 and the IC5. Okay. You'll notice it's similar to the EC3 and EC5 in name because they're totally backwards compatible. But what that connector has, and I have an IC5 here. What that connector has is a data pin right down the center of the bullets here. So when it plugs in, it actually makes a connection with the charger, and that pin relays all that information from that smart chip. So what that allows you to do is when you plug in your battery, the charger will automatically recognize everything about the battery, your cell count, your chemistry, your capacity, the brand, and the coolest thing about it is it actually stores information like how many charge cycles you have, if you've ever had any, let's say, unhealthy battery events like over-discharging or overcharging, over-temperature events. So you can really make a lot more informed decisions about your battery. So for the life of the battery, it's really going to let you make better decisions about what you want to put into your gear. Probably my favorite feature about this is with that chip that's installed in the battery, it has an auto-discharge feature. So this is something that's really cool. So if in the charger, you can go into the smart settings and set an auto discharge time, anywhere from about 12 hours to 240 hours. Wow. So if your battery sits at rest with no action on it for that amount of time, it'll actually begin to discharge. And it will discharge down to the storage voltage that you set, very cool. Anything like 3.8, 3.85, and you can actually adjust that. So what that does is it results in a much longer life expectancy and a lot healthier battery overall. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people don't know. That's probably the number one killer of LiPos is letting them sit just full capacity all the time. Yep. Or low capacity. You want to have it right at the middle part, which is kind of that storage voltage. So that's very cool. Yeah, so we have so all that is in every smart battery that we're announcing with this line. So you'll see a good swath of them here. But basically a bunch of air batteries from like 1300s to 7000s, anywhere from 2S to 6S. And first surface packs also, 2 to 4S, about 5000s with this, with hard packs. The chargers that we have sitting here, you'll see these two here are actually a dual port. So these are dual port 200-watt chargers. So, 2 by 100 chargers. If you're charging on a single channel, you can actually access the full 200 watts. And then the other one we have here is we have a power supply coming out that actually will supply to a DC charger here. Very cool. So that's a 200 by 1 charger, 200 watt by 1 channel. So you can charge batteries really, really quickly with that. The power supply here is 540 watts, so plenty of power to supply everything. Yeah, and I think an important thing to point out, because I know you briefly mentioned it, everything's backwards compatible both ways, correct? So the chargers will charge the old EC3, EC5, and also the batteries, vice versa, you can charge on the old chargers as well. Exactly. And if you can see here, actually, just for demonstration, I have an old Dynamite battery that's plugged into the smart charger here. So you can charge any old batteries on the new smart chargers. Basically, charges the same as any other charger would. What you lose out on, though, is a lot of that information and the simplicity that you get with the smart batteries. In the same way, vice versa. So on the new smart batteries, those will actually plug into old EC3 or EC5s, no problem, and just charge like a normal battery. So what that does is this is a really new technology. This is really cool technology that we're going to be implementing in a lot of stuff. It's going to allow us to do a lot of cool things with that smart microchip and that battery. So, but we don't want to alienate or make you change over all your gear to switch over to this new stuff. It's something that we think you're really going to enjoy. It's something that it really makes your hobby easier, and that's really the essence of smart technology. It's making your hobby easier, letting you think about enjoying the hobby and not the tedious stuff like charging. So simplifying that is really our first task with smart technology, and there's going to be more to come.
Yep. So obviously, like Derek said, there's a lot sitting here, so we're not going to have a direct link to one particular thing, but we'll probably have a general, probably a link to the smart category. So check horizonhobby.com for that.
Yeah, there's going to be there's a lot of information here. There's a lot of stuff on the table. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with smart technology.
Yes.
So there's going to be a lot of content and videos. Any questions you guys have about any of this, we'll answer them. So check out Horizon Hobby and Spectrum. We're going to be doing a lot of content and going over kind of the finer points of all this technology. So very
cool. We'll let Derek go. We still got more to come with another Derek, so stay tuned. Thanks for bringing all this stuff.
Yeah,
we're going to clear this out, bring some other stuff up. So thanks again.
Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome back. And as promised, we're joined by Derek from Viterra this week. You're on for a lot of brands, but we got some new stuff from Viterra, which I know people are going to be very excited about. Viterra's not going anywhere. What do we have first off sitting on the table here?
Well, first let's start with the comment you made. Viterra's not going anywhere, and we haven't had a Viterra release in quite some time. And I'll tell you what, Kyle, we're bringing it today.
Yes.
We got two of the hottest quintessential muscle cars that you would want as a muscle car enthusiast on the table right now. We have two 1972 Camaros that absolutely look stunning.
Yes.
Our team in California did a phenomenal job. Those guys out there are car enthusiasts. They took the detail to the next level. These two cars come with the popular and probably the best touring car platform on the market, the V100 chassis, all-wheel drive chassis. You can choose between the matte green, or if you want to go a little more flavorful, the bright orange.
Yep.
The detail doesn't just stop with the body. So obviously you can see we have full headlights, and people are going to love this.
Yes.
Taillights.
Yes.
And those things just look incredible.
Yep.
Again, the team went all out with this one.
Mirrors.
Yep. All the details in the grill. It really does show how Viterra is really all about authenticity, and it goes right to the heart of what Viterra is about and why we actually brought the brand to fruition, because nobody was really doing it this well. And I gotta say, these are two of the best looking vehicles we've ever produced.
Yeah, and I was actually Derek was laughing at me before the video. I was admiring, the orange is kind of your traditional gloss finish, kind of the hugger orange from back in the day. The green is actually that matte finish, and it does look like it's kind of painted on the exterior, and I kind of freaked Derek out because I kind of took my fingers and kind of scratched it, and it's very durable. That's one of the worries I know people, when they have that exterior finish, they want it to be durable. And I know Max and I are probably going to do some fun stuff with these, and I'm going to pick this guy. So I wanted to make sure it held up to any misfortunes I may have on the road. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, those guys in California, again, they thought of everything. It looks, the matte finish looks great, but with the matte finish, you always, even on a full-scope car, you always worry about the ability to handle minor scratches and scuffs. This body handles it really well. So really, the toughest thing you have to decide is what color you're going to get.
Yes. Yeah, and so this is the same V100 chassis, same motor, everything. They sell very well. The C10 sold tremendously well with the headlights. Now we have taillights. It's kind of the complete package, in my opinion. And these come ready to run, but you have to buy a battery and charger, correct?
Yeah, we don't include a battery and charger, and in case you're wondering why we do that is some folks just want this as a shelf queen. It looks so good, they're going to sit this on the shelf and just leave it in their man cave or their living room or whatever. But if you do want a battery and charger, we have some options. The best option is the Power Stage option that we offer from Dynamite. 2S LiPo solution. It makes these things blazing fast, and you get about 20 to 30 minutes of runtime depending on how you drive it. So, perfect solution. But we haven't got to the best thing about this.
No. I'm sure everyone's kind of been wondering what's sitting between us.
Well, what's sitting behind us?
I don't know. You're here to talk about it. Let's move these guys out of the way a little bit here.
So, I mentioned earlier we're really bringing it this week with Viterra. So, sitting behind me, and I'm going to pull this bad boy up front right now, is the new Ascender, the Ascender S, 1972 Suburban. And everybody that's a truck fan knows about the Suburban.
Yes.
It basically built the recreational vehicle, off-road vehicle, recreational, however you call it, genre. And the team in California did a phenomenal job. They took full-scale Suburban, looked at it, how that would look on a Viterra chassis. It still has the same Ascender chassis that has become one of the most popular crawling, scaling, trailing chassis on the market today. We pulled in a couple things to get the cost down. So for consumers who are a little bit more price sensitive, that want to step into a Viterra, that don't want to go to something a lot less quality. We did a couple things to bring the cost down, but nothing that affects the performance. The truck looks awesome. Same as, like I said, the same Ascender chassis as before, so you're going to get all that performance, durability, handling. And it come in at $280.
Okay.
This thing is an absolute steal. You're going to get everything you would want out of a Viterra model, out of a Viterra Ascender model, and more for less than $300.
Yeah, and I think kind of the same argument you have with the cars. A lot of people will, believe it or not, buy a scale vehicle, trick it out, and then just throw it up on the shelf.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of just another aspect of the hobby. Yeah, you can drive it if you want to, but some people will go over the top, scale it out, and then just put it on the shelf.
Yep.
So.
Now, the Ascender's probably going to be driven a lot more than the Camaros in terms of number of people who do just put it on a shelf. But if you want to put it on a shelf, it's still a looker. They did a phenomenal job in the detail. But
lights as well on this, correct?
Headlights as well.
Okay.
So you really get, you're getting
turn this here.
these three Viterra releases just show that Viterra is still the leader in authenticity and scale realism. And there's a lot more to come later this year with Viterra, so keep your eyes open, folks.
And then final question. I know we still have one more thing to talk about. When are these going to be available?
So all three of these will be available next month.
Okay, so October.
Yep.
It's already the end of September.
Right around the corner.
Very cool. Just in time for holiday season, too.
Absolutely.
So that's good.
Put these on your wish list, guys.
Yeah. All right, we are going to jump over to something else, possibly with the same Derek. Wait and see. Thanks for tuning in, but stay with us. We got one more thing to talk about. And welcome back. We are still joined by Derek here, but we are now going to talk about this new release on the table from Arrma with stealth technology.
You can't even see it.
It's so fast. No, just kidding with you. Derek, what are we actually going to talk about?
So today we're talking about Arrma's latest release, the Big Rock Crew Cab. This thing is an absolute beast. It sits on the 3S BLX platform that we recently released with the Centon and Granite, which will be arriving to retail shops near you soon.
Yes.
And the real difference with the Big Rock versus the other two 3S vehicles is we took everything to the next level. So the body is a crew cab body, but it sits higher than the Granite.
Okay.
It has a higher ground clearance and more street modified type tires. So definitely can go off-road, but it's really designed to just tear up the pavement.
Okay.
But again, take it off-road. Like with any other Arrma vehicle, it's all about extreme bashing, extreme durability, and really a great value.
Yep. And now this is you said this is the BLX series.
Yep.
So you can run a 3S pack, LiPo pack, I believe?
3S LiPo pack, 50 mile an hour, out of the box with the 3S LiPo, no other changes needed. So, you got a lot of other brands out there that require a pinion change or require you do this, this, and this. With Arrma, with almost every Arrma vehicle, you put the battery, the highest recommended battery in there, and it's going to do or exceed the speed that's on the box. So it's just a killer product. I've seen the truck firsthand, and it is absolutely amazing to look at. The Arrma team did a phenomenal job, and it's another vehicle in their new 3S BLX line of vehicles that I really think is going to take the market by storm.
Now, is this going to be about the same price as those other two vehicles we talked about?
It's a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
So the Centon and Granite, which are shipping soon, are $299.99. This one's $319.99.
Okay.
Bigger, a little bit bigger in terms of the stance. You'll only get the value when you guys actually see it at the dealers or when you get it from HorizonHobby.com or TowerHobbies.com.
Okay, and it's also ready to run just like the other trucks. You just have to buy battery charger.
Battery and charger.
Okay.
And you're ready to rock and roll.
Awesome. Well, we will drop in, hopefully, some pictures on this video or on this recording, and we will have the product video as well, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people caught the teaser of this already on Arma's Facebook page, and if you haven't seen that, go check it out.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
worth
cool.
a little sneak peek for you guys.
Cool.
And I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
I think we're good. I think let us know what you think about the announcement.
Yep.
We're anxious to hear it.
Brought it nice and clean here, as we normally. No, just messing with you guys. Make sure you, if you're watching on YouTube, you subscribe and let us know what your thoughts are. We've been getting a lot of good comments and getting really good feedback from us flipping on the videos for our subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you do it because you're actually going to see the product videos before anyone else. So we'll let Derek go finally and go to horizonhobby.com, towerhobbies.com for more information as always. See you same time, same place next week. Thanks again.
See you guys.